So, today we're taking a look at Superman 64, and I'll tell you something. This game is shit. Now, I had never played this game before this review, and I consider that a true honor. To start with, this game is so bad that my Nintendo 64 wouldn't play the cartridge. It is so bad, not even the emulator wanted to play this game. And because the emulator didn't want to play this game, there was a ridiculous pink sky, which you can see here, which I decided to save all of our vision. I'm just going to edit it out and put in this nice picture instead. Bing! So sit back, relax, try not to let your blood pressure get too high, while I let this game make me want to shoot myself in the mouth. So once you get past the menu screen, which admittedly looks kind of cool, you get a short little cutscene of Lex Luthor and three of your friends that are standing in front of a Stargate. And he says something. Now, you can't really read anything on it because the dialogue box pops up and closes way too fast. And let that be foreshadowing for you, because that's going to happen throughout the entire fucking game. So once you've witnessed this awesome display of absolute confusion, you're going to enter into a ring level. And these things are the bane of this game. Now, the whole point of these is to fly through these rings in order without missing too many and get to the end before the timer runs out. So let's talk about these ring levels for a second. First of all, the control on them is garbage and shit ass. It's either way too tight when you're going fast or it's way too loose when you're going slow. Now, you can make up your own sexual jokes there. I'm not going to do it. It's too easy. So you're trying to fly through these rings and get to the end of this maze, but all you're doing is nothing. Really, this is just a time waster that the game developers have put in to pad the game. There's no significance to this whatsoever. Nothing vital to the story. You're just flying through fucking rings. Now, I want to know why Lex Luthor, who's a super genius billionaire, has decided the best way to stop Superman is making him fly through hovering rings. Now, if I was Superman, I'd say fuck it and just go beat the shit out of Lex Luthor. But guess what? You can't, because this game doesn't allow you to. I can just imagine the meeting, though. Lex Luthor sitting around talking to some folks. What's the best way I can stop Superman? I know, floating fucking rings. Yes, that's the best way to defeat him. No, at most it's going to confuse him as to why you did this. And at the very least, he's just going to fly fucking past them. Nobody will give a shit. They'll just be like, oh, rings. Cool, I guess. I don't know. What's the point? Now, these ring levels are way too hard and way too unforgiving, and you're going to see them way too much. You're going to fail them. You're going to fail them over and over again. You're going to fail them until you want to cry. And then once you have cried, you pick yourself back up, you pick up the controller because you're not a whiny little bitch. And you keep trying, and you keep trying until your eyes bleed. And then finally, you'll notice something. You're getting kind of good at this. You can get there in time. It's not too bad. Now, just because you're good at playing with shit doesn't mean that it's not still shit. You should put that shit down. Leave that shit alone. It's dirty. You don't know where it came from. Now sit back, buckle in, because you're going to see these a lot. So if you remember me saying it earlier, these ring levels, you get very little time to transition to the next task. What's going to happen is you're going to be jacked up on adrenaline, and you're going to be really excited that you completed that last level, and your hands are going to be shaking, your hands are going to be sweaty as well, your heart's going to be racing, and you're going to want a little second to compose yourself. Well, you don't fucking get it. You don't get that. You don't get even a tiniest second, because it tosses you right into the next level, and it gives you about a half a second to read the text box, and then it's gone. It's gone forever. And there is a button to bring up the last said text box, which is the left bumper, but the thing is when you have some tasks that they give you like 10 seconds to do something, you don't even have time to hit that button. If you hit that button and try to reread it again, half your time is gone. Done. And once you inevitably fail this level, you're going to have to go back and redo a ring level. Well, why can't I stop and do this level again? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why can't I just stop and do this level again? Nope. Go back and do the ring level. That's what it is. No forgiveness, no sympathy, just soul-crushing agony. Now, that is a little bit of a weird thing, too, because I had it happen to me several times where it would make me go back and do the ring level after failing it 4 or 5 times. And then all of a sudden it would restart me back at the same task level as it did before. It was very selective about wanting to do it. It was like when the game was in the mood to, I could restart the task level without doing the ring level. And in this one situation and scenario, it made me go back and do the ring level after failing the task level just once, and then it let me continuously, for about 35 attempts, try to do the task level again, until I finally got it. Now, these task levels are no easy feat either, because you don't know what the fuck the control is. So let's say you have to pick up a car to protect a civilian. Well, what button's that? Well, look at that. I picked it up. Oh, well, nope. I just immediately threw it. Great. Okay. Now, what's the other button do? Oh, well, it picks it up, and it holds it. What? So one button punches and picks it up stuff, but immediately throws it afterwards, and the other button just picks it up and holds it. What the fuck is that? One punches, but when you're close to something, it picks it up and throws it. Well, that's selective, too, because as you'll see later on in the game, it doesn't even try to pick something up when you're close to it. It just tries to punch it. And the other button picks it up and holds it. Well, that's fucking helpful. Why not just have one button that when you pick something up, it holds it, and then you tap that button again to throw it? But no. If you want to throw it, you have to hit the other button. One of these task levels, you have to pick up 2 cars before they hit civilians. Another one, you have to pick up a police car and deliver it to the end of a road before it gets blown up by thugs. And one of the other ones, you have to beat up 4 thugs. Now that sounds like fun, being able to beat up 4 thugs. Well, it's not fun at all, actually. It sucks ass. It's a big old butt-sucking level. Because guess what happens? You finally land on the ground, you start swinging punches, and Superman moves like a fucking 200,000-pound lead weight full of robotic parts. I mean, it's ridiculous. You start trying to swing, and you don't move at all while you're hitting. So if you try to swing early, well, guess what? You're stuck in that little position until the animation for the swing stops. And then you get to inch forward and try it again. And finally, the last task level I got to before I got to the dam is a level where you have to stop 3 fucking little tornadoes from doing something, just swimming around in a pool, apparently. And you do this by using your freeze breath. Well, awesome. I get to use Superman's powers. Well, no. First you have to go and collect it, and you also have a finite amount of it. Now, what the hell is that shit? Why do I have to collect my superpower, and why is there a finite amount of it? I don't get it. Why? Why the fuck is it like this? And also, aiming this freeze breath is a pain in the dick. You have to stop completely, wait a half a second, then hit the C up button so you can start spraying, and then you can turn your character around. No using it while you're flying. Nope, that might be too helpful. And the worst thing about it, the absolute worst thing about it, is that you have to predict where the tornadoes are going to be, because you can't stop where they're at and start, because it takes too long to do so, and they're going to be gone by the time you get to the power. So you're left with the task of trying to figure out where they're going to be and spraying it in that direction. Now, once you maybe manage to actually complete all of these task levels and ring levels, you get to go onto the dam. And we're going to talk about that damn dam, because that damn dam sucks. Okay, so here's the dam level, and the first thing that happens is you walk into this big open room with these 2 flying butt plugs that shoot green shit at you. And the problem with them is that if you punch them, they just wobble around, and they never seem to get destroyed by punching, so you have to pick them up and throw them. And the problem with picking up and throwing them is that they explode randomly, in your hands or whatever. You can't punch these things to death for the life of you, so you finally have to stop and pick them up, and the entire time you're getting hit by this green shit that they're shooting. And the big problem about that is, isn't Superman supposed to be faster than a speeding bullet? Why are these things able to even hit him? And as you'll see, they explode randomly, like when you pick them up or go to try to pick them up or while you're holding them or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, you could try to pick them up and throw them, but nope, they're just going to explode randomly in your hands. After you've defeated about 3 of them, you go into another room, and there's 2 cardboard boxes in the corner. Now, you're supposed to pick up and throw these cardboard boxes and find a key card that's behind them. But the problem with this is that you can't see this, and you don't even know this. The only inclination that you get is just that there's cardboard boxes in the room. Now, these cardboard boxes you can pick up and throw, and for some fuck-all reason, I guess they were shipping dynamite to the dam, because these cardboard boxes explode, and they explode violently. Now, once you have found the key card, you go back to the room that you came through, and it opens up the laser door for the next part. Then you move on to the next part, and there's a woman standing there in your way, and you punch her in the face, and then she says something to you. And this time you can actually read it, but it doesn't help much because you don't know what the hell you're supposed to do. After about 10 minutes of confused slamming around inside this big empty room, I was able to figure out that I had to go down to the bottom of the room into the water where there's a giant freaking eel that shocks the shit out of you and grab some kind of keycard access thing. And it opens up all the doors, and then you can go into some other area where you'll find some workers there that you can rescue. And you pick up a power-up that makes you go sweet Jesus stupid fast, and then you come out and you can head back to the room that you came from originally. Which, I mean, like, the one biggest sin, besides timed levels and escort levels in video games, is backtracking. And backtracking is something that you do quite a few times in this level alone. Once you've gotten out of there and you save the workers, you end up back in another room with this woman again. And she's got these 2 flying butt plug things again that are shooting at you, and you're supposed to attack her and kill her. But you know what? I tried and tried and tried, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't kill her. I even tried it a few times and just couldn't do it. The control was too horrible, and I was unable to maneuver myself in an advantageous position. I was able to get off a freeze breath once and freeze her in place, then punch her, and then she was immediately free, which had 0 to no effect on the situation. No health bar for the boss, no health bar for the enemies. Just get shit on and guess. That's it. And again, this is where I stopped. I couldn't keep playing after this. This was horrible, and I hated every second of playing this. I would rather shove a fistful of glass up my ass than play this again. And that's it. That's all I have to say. There's a lot more to say that's poor about this game, but I don't think we have time to cover it all. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all again next time. Keep having fun out there. Hey everybody, I just wanted to say thank you for tuning into the video. This is part of my passion. I love to produce comedy and make other people laugh, so I hope that you got at least a little bit of a laugh out of this. This game was horrible, and I hated it, and I'm going to continue on with this kind of series for a little while at least. Just finding really shitty games and continuing to play them. And yeah, so you'll be either viewing this on one of 2 channels, the Talcrin channel, which that's my native channel, or the Flipyourbit gaming channel. And I'm in charge of that now, so I'll be producing content for that. It'll be separate from the Talcrin channel stuff, and sometimes the same. So if you wish to continue watching some of my content, make sure you go subscribe over there as well. And I hope to see you guys. Find all the links to all the Flipyourbit stuff and all of my stuff in the description below. And that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Bye.